Hello, my friends. I'm going to play a video clip for you here in a minute of co-president Elon Musk. And I want you to pay attention to what this guy has to say. But before I get to that, let me say this. I know a lot of people are really pessimistic. Some people think that it's all over for us. There's nothing we can do. That now that Donald Trump will be president again, and Republicans control both houses of Congress, that we are just completely screwed. That Donald Trump will be able to do whatever he wants without opposition. He can scrap what remains of the Constitution. He can cancel future elections. He can install himself as dictator for life. And, we're going to live under some sort of, authoritarian MAGA rule from here on out. Now, I don't discount that as a possibility. I don't discount anything as being impossible any longer. But I don't think it's as bad as that. Although I know Donald Trump would love for that to be the case if he could get away with it. I just don't think he's going to be able to get away with as much as people fear that he will get away with. But it's going to be bad. Especially since we see so many people just bending the knee, just surrendering in advance without even a fight, just laying down for this guy. We see politicians, obviously almost the entirety of the Republican Party is completely sold out to this guy. Now we see it in the media. They're buckling one by one. Joe and Mika ran down there, man. They didn't waste any time running down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss his ass. Then we see ABC settling a lawsuit. That wasn't settling a lawsuit. Lawsuit they would have won, hands down. Trump had no legal case, defamation. Give me a friggin' break. That was going nowhere. No, that was a payoff. That was protection money, thinking that if they paid Donald Trump $16 million in the form of a settlement, that Trump would leave them alone and that they would be protected. What a joke. By the way, since then, I don't know if you saw the news about this. Since then, Trump's team has sent ABC a letter threatening them and promising that they're going to keep an eye on them and investigate them and all kinds of threats. So it bought them absolutely no protection whatsoever. I mean, we could have told them that. It's just unbelievable how these people are supposed to be smart, don't know a damn thing. And of course, we see Donald Trump threatening everybody in the world. That only emboldened, that whole ABC fiasco, that only emboldened Trump. Now he's suing a pollster for a pre-election poll he didn't like, when in fact that poll probably helped Donald Trump turn out his base even more in the state of Iowa. But whatever. He's suing her paper. He's threatening lawsuits against pretty much everyone else. And, he's sending a message. Don't criticize me. Don't print anything negative about me. And so we see all this happening and we're like, man, this is going to be bad. And it is going to be bad. At the end of the day, he's going to be president. He's got a cult-like following. He has his entire political party scared to death of opposing him. And so he's going to do some bad stuff. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think he's going to be able to do the worst of the worst. I don't think he's going to be able to fundamentally transform this country. At least it doesn't have to happen. Even with all of these people cowering to him, it still doesn't have to happen. A whole lot more people will have to just acquiesce and give in to him in order for him to do all of those things. And I think there will be pushback. I think we'll see pushback from some of these Democrat governors who are going to use the Constitution to push back, to say, no, we're not going along with this, and to re-embrace the concept of federalism, that the states are sovereign and are not subservient to the federal government and do not have to take orders from the president. So I think we'll see this. At least I sure as hell hope we'll see that kind of thing. But also, Donald Trump's strength, a lot of it comes from this myth on his side that he is so damn popular and he gets away with everything because he's so popular and because he's brilliant and he is the greatest political this and that the world has ever seen. You know, it's all bullshit. And I think I've said this before, one of our absolute greatest assets is that Donald Trump is a moron. This guy is as stupid as human beings come. You could live to be 150 years old and never meet someone as stupid as Donald Trump. And that's going to work to our benefit. Now, let me play this clip of Elon Musk, because this is something that is going to work greatly to our benefit. And it may be the Trump administration's political undoing. Watch this.
The people have spoken. The people want change. And we're going to give it to them. They will get what they asked for. I think this is going to be the most transformative presidency, perhaps since the founding of the country. And President Trump is picking the cabinet to do it. You can see the choices are people who are actually going to make change. It's not going to be business as usual. We're going to shake things up. It's going to be a revolution. And we're headed towards, I think, a fantastic future. I'm super excited. I look forward to experiencing that with everyone. Thank you.
So there is co-president Elon Musk talking about how this second Trump administration is going to be the most transformative presidency since the founding of the country. That this is a revolution, that the people want such dramatic change, that this is going to be a revolution, the most transformative presidency since the founding. That's what they think the people voted for in November? That misreading of the election, that overplaying of their hand is going to be part of their political undoing. Because the American people definitely did not vote for radical change. They did not vote for revolution. They did not vote to radically transform the country. Donald Trump won the popular vote by 1.4%. That's nothing. It's one of the smallest popular vote victories in history. And he didn't even get a majority of the vote. He got 49 point something, not even a majority. Most people who voted for president in the last election voted for someone other than Donald Trump. So that can in no way be taken as some sort of huge mandate for massive societal change, for transformational change, for a revolution. That is insane to take a 1.4% popular vote victory and interpret it in that way. Donald Trump, generally speaking, I think won for two reasons. One, he has a massive cult following, which is probably like a third of the electorate. He did not get elected with his cult alone. The cult did not make up 49 point whatever percent of the vote. He got a lot of people who are not part of the cult, who don't pay any attention to politics except voting in a presidential year, but they don't pay any attention. They don't know anything about the issues. You know, they don't know how anything works. They're dumb as a box of rocks. And they vote on stupid shit like the price of groceries, thinking that the president controls the price of groceries, right? Things are too expensive in this country. That is for damn sure, right? But they don't understand any of the reasons why. And so they are completely unable to cast an intelligent vote on those issues. So they're unhappy about how things are going. And plus, of course, the propaganda. That's the other component. the nonstop propaganda that Joe Biden is the worst president in history, everything negative in the economy is his fault, everything negative in the world is his fault. Day in and day out, the American people were hit with that propaganda 24/7 for the entirety of Joe Biden's presidency, and largely that went completely unanswered. And so that had a big role to play. But anyways, people voted because they were in the cult, or they don't pay attention at all, and they voted on the price of groceries and because they were subjected to constant propaganda. And so, oh, my grocery prices are too high, my, houses are too expensive, whatever they're upset about, cars are too expensive. So Joe Biden is president, I'm going to blame him, I'm going to vote for Trump. And they forgot largely how bad things were under Donald Trump. What a friggin' nightmare it was every single day under that presidency, the chaos, and completely forgot the fact that Trump fucked up the response to COVID so bad that, so many people died and the economy was, the worst, it was the worst unemployment rate since the Great Depression. They forget all this stuff. They have the attention span of a flea, these friggin' people. So they went out and voted because milk was too expensive, eggs were too expensive, and so they blame Biden, they vote for Trump. They did not vote for revolution, okay? They did not. Pretty confident in saying that. They did not vote to scrap the Constitution, to completely remake this society. And so if Elon Musk and his co-president Donald Trump, or his, probably more like his vice president at this point, the way he's pulling the strings, if those two are going to interpret the election results as giving them that kind of mandate to do all kinds of things, transformational things that nobody actually voted for, you go right ahead, guys. You try it and see how the fickle American people who don't fucking pay attention, see how they react to all that crazy shit. I think they're going to be in for quite a surprise. Donald Trump is not a popular incoming president. He's one of the most unpopular incoming presidents. The last approval poll I saw of him was about a week ago. I reported on this. 41%. That's his approval rating. As an incoming president who just won re-election. 41%. 55% disapprove. That is horrendous. Usually you're in your honeymoon period, certainly before you take office, and then for, several months thereafter, you have a honeymoon period. You're riding high in the polls. This is why, the first 100 days, the first 100 days of a president's term is so important, because you have all this goodwill. You're in this honeymoon period. You pretty much get whatever you want because you're so popular coming in. This man is historically unpopular. 41 approve, 55% disapprove. That's awful. And I don't think it's going to go up from there. I only think it's only going to get worse, I think. And if they start reading this 1.4% popular vote victory as some massive mandate for transformational revolutionary change, forget about it. His popularity is going to sink like a stone, and he's going to lose a lot of that support that he has. Now, the cult will always support him, but this is a very closely divided House of Representatives. They got like a couple vote majority. Trump is going to have a very difficult time getting anything through Congress. Now, he could do a lot of damage on his own through the executive branch, but he can't change the law. There's a lot of stuff he can't do without Congress. And as Donald Trump becomes more and more unpopular, as he misreads his mandate, I don't even know how you can take a 1.4% victory as a mandate for anything other than to do things you can't possibly do as president, like lower the price of friggin' groceries, because that's what got him elected. He can't do those things. And have you noticed he doesn't talk about any of those things? He's talking about all this shit, this batshit crazy stuff that he didn't talk about during the election. He didn't run on invading Panama. I mean, he didn't run on stealing Greenland from Denmark. He didn't run on launching missiles into Mexico. He didn't run on any of this crap. But this is what he's talking about now. People voted for the price of eggs, not a war with Panama. All right, so when they do all this stuff, when the price of their eggs don't come down and we're invading Panama, or we get into a trade war with countries around the globe because of his massive tariffs that these idiots who voted for him didn't understand, wait and see what happens to his political capital. He's going to lose it all. Okay? And once he loses support, popular support, his poll numbers are in the toilet, people will be less and less afraid of this guy. And every day that passes, his power will wane because he has fewer and fewer days in office and people will be less and less afraid of him. We got the midterm elections in 2 years. The day after the midterm elections, the race for the White House begins. We're going to be in a presidential election 2 years from now with a president who is constitutionally prohibited from running again. Now, he might make noises like he's going to run again, but we'll see how that turns out. But he's constitutionally prohibited. And so you're going to have Republicans running for president. And that's going to be very interesting because they're going to start to get a lot of attention, in Republican circles because, hey, we got to nominate a new guy. We got presidential election. Donald Trump's not going to like that. He's not going to like other people getting attention. Anyways, there's a lot of things that's going to happen. And Donald Trump is going to be, I think, a horribly, horribly unpopular man in a very short period of time. He's going to lose massive political capital. People won't be as afraid of him. He's got just the tiniest of majorities in the House of Representatives. Very little he's going to be able to get through Congress. And he's an idiot. And he and Musk isn't about doing anything for the American people. Musk backed Trump because he can control Trump, and Trump is going to be good for his business interests. That's it. He is going to use Donald Trump like a puppet to get him what he wants. It has nothing to do with improving America in any way, shape, matter, or form. It's about, helping Elon Musk. They're going to make a complete mess of this. They're going to fuck up so much. And that is going to severely limit his ability to impose this MAGA authoritarianism that he and his cult want to impose on this country. Some of the political laws of reality still apply, and they are going to work against Donald Trump. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, the point is, it's going to be bad, but chin up. This country has been through worse, and I think we'll get through this. And there's going to be a lot that we can do as the months and years go by, and I'll be talking about that more. But that's it. I'm out of here. Hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you again soon.